No one can promise you a visa at the end of the day. Like I always say, we have some students that went to go and apply on their own to Canada, US, you understand, and got refused. At the end of the day, they came to us and we recommended places like Switzerland, Netherlands. One time, they were able to get their visa. Now, for now, it might be working. Tomorrow, it might change. When every other person everybody has started applying there, they will now start getting picky. It now depends on the school, the student, and the profile. But at least some countries are more stable than the others. So take your edge against those places that are stable. Some other countries have made it very clear that there's a market cap right now. So focus your energy on those ones that are still accepting your profile. When I say your profile, is it BSc, MSc, or what certain stage and age are you? You will see or not. I've had students that actually went to go and apply on their own and they got refused some other countries, maybe like Canada. And Canada made it very clear that there's a market cap, so don't be refused. In fact, we have even had students that even came through us that applied to Canada and at the end of the day, they did not get their visa. And it was shocking because they had every other thing. Don't get me wrong, though. This is not just Canada, US, which is notorious for this. So like Malta and other, even we deal with, it is getting very notorious for visa rejections, despite you arranging every other thing that you want to do. So in this kind of case now, like I always suggest, focus on the more stable ones that the wahala has not started getting to them. Their head has not started touching because you have to understand that countries a lot of times have market caps and it is always usual. The question is, would that market cap actually come in faster or slower for some people? Like the UK now was expecting X amount of immigrants across 5 years and they got it in 1 year. They shut down their program after that, 1 year, 2 years, saying that they have gotten who they want to get. The number of people, they will slow down some other things. That's why they started slowing down on the family immigration and everything. Something that was supposed to take longer, they got it over time. That's over trading. They got it over time, and that's it. So when it comes to immigration opportunities and everything, even somewhere like the Netherlands that I recommended, things got tougher with the Netherlands. And this is why you don't just rush to, okay, they said Netherlands. The question is which school? Understand? Which courses are they accepting? Which profiles are they accepting? All these things are very important. Because someone like Netherlands used to take deposits before. Someone like Netherlands used to actually, things were a lot more flexible. There was no blocked account for bachelor students before. All of a sudden, like 2 years ago, bam, they asked for blocked account for even bachelor students. Bam, they're asking for full school fees. It was not like that before. But amongst any other thing right now, Netherlands still makes sense for a lot of international students because if you look at uh the chances, especially please underline this part, the right is sure matters. Not every school in Netherlands is equal like that. Because you find some schools that say that they are nice, they are this, they are that. They charge the same amount of school fees because there's like a one benchmark of school fees, but their quality or customer service is horrible, especially with even guiding you with some certain things that you are supposed to take to the embassy. They will not deliver it properly. So not all schools that you see on the internet are perfectly done at the end of the day because when they take your school fees, that's the end. You don't just bother. They'll just take you like every other commodity. So you have to, at the end of the day, pick a school that would actually go all round for you. This is why a careful selection of what your investment should go in. So you have to understand that US, Canada, they are very notorious for refusing on the spot. In fact, they'll give you an appointment, you pay your money, and they refuse you on the spot. It's like they know that there's a market cap. They're telling you that there's a high rejection rate. It's try your luck at the end of the day. Should you guys want to apply, apply. But you don't even have to apply to Switzerland or Netherlands or the countries that we deal with if you want to apply to somewhere else on your own. But just make sure that if you're not all about throwing away time, no, it's not a matter of money, time. Time is very important. Make sure that you're investing in a country that you know that at least you have a chance to actually make you work for yourself, a chance to know that actually is going to things are going to get better for a lot of for your visa application process. Because do you know how painful it is for you to go through that whole visa application process, and at the end of the day they now refuse you? Yes, they will write it there, they can't promise you a visa, but you know you gave all documents, you know you gave all right things, you know you did all things properly, but the embassy will still want to misbehave. You know, hardly does any some other countries behave like this, but most countries just say, it has happened, it has happened. They will now put it under a general category that you can't afford funds, you can't afford school fees and everything, whereas you can put everything. So, do you know the emotional trauma that some people go through from this? But I will tell you not to be worried, because when it comes to refusals, as far as they not ban you, you have nothing to worry about. Refusals are part of it sometimes, but you can actually edge your risk with some certain other countries. And I have told you too that I've recommended to a lot of my students that if they have had an issue somewhere else over time, depending on that person's profile, and depending on what the cost person will come for, I would say pick Netherlands, pick Switzerland. Do you understand? It's not anybody's telling you that they are promising visa there or going there to obtain it for you. No. But if again you have yeah, of a certain age, you're picking a certain course that you're going to go and study, we look at some things that we can link together. You can be able to predict what happens, because someone like Netherlands, for example, now before you go to the embassy, they would have told you that your visa is approved to go and pick it up at the MBV center, which is going to be Ghana or Cotonou for Nigerians. They don't have it in Nigeria because the Nigerian embassy, the one in Nigeria, is for visiting visa, not for long-term visas. Do you understand? So please, at the end of the day, you're committing time, resources, and energy. And this is why a lot of people come with scars. They want to pick something cheaper, a school that is cheaper, I understand, because of budget. But that money that you're trying to save from one other place, you find out that that country is way difficult and more stressful, and you'd have spent a lot of time and money and energy. And our clients that have the money don't have time to waste, because at the end of the day, they want something that will be there. So if you don't have money, be sure that you're going to spend a lot of time doing trial and error, of which, like I said, visa, I'll repeat for the opt-in time. Visa is not something anybody can promise, but there are some places that you can hedge your risk. So at the end of the day, make sure that you are picking the right school that has the right support system and the right accreditation and the papers to support you. Every school will say that they are doing it, but Amorashi, Jurawalo, Abi, how would they say it now? A lot of people do it better than some other people. So, and that's how some of the students get stuck. Now, make it while the sun shines. I promise you, immigration laws are changing every day. If you have one, because you can't travel to Netherlands for bachelors without actually having what, 30,000 euros, which is almost 60 million, because you do 15K school fees, 15K bank, a blocked account. Excuse me. Then for masters, 25,000 euros one time payment to the school, then 15,000 bank statements. Some schools are still taking bank statements. So you cannot beat that system without actually having close to 50 to 60 million naira. Now, anybody that has that money that wants to invest knows already that what he wants from life, or what he wants. Because for you to work and make that money, you already know that you want to invest it and you know the value of making it bigger. So you don't have time to gamble. So if you're looking at that money in your account and you know you have it, don't waste time with cheaper places that might be cheaper, but at the end of the day, they waste your time with the visa process. Although this one is not like saying that they are come because of your money, you enter. It means come, but at the end of the day, you have way higher chances, especially if you go through the right process and you know the right course, the right school, and your profile fits. So at the end of the day, if you have had issues in Canada, have had issues in America, or any other notoriously known country for refusing visas, try the Netherlands or Switzerland if you have the right profile. You'll see nothing.